Alright guys, how's it going? Now, you might see some claims today on social media about some dodgy Liverpool FC accounts, right? And suggestions, the FSG are up to no good and all that, right? So we're gonna we're gonna go into where this has come from, and I'm gonna read you some information. You can make your own opinions up, right? I don't have an opinion on anything like that at all, right? I sorted my accounts out this week, and all I know is the taxman has just absolutely bent me over once more. So I really would like to get FSG to oversee my accounts and make some money disappear, and which is basically the suggestion today. Right now, you've got to bear with me, right? What I'm about to read to you is not my opinion, right? So there's a chap on X, which is formerly Twitter, called Mo Chatra. Now the username, if you want to go and check it out for yourself, is Mo Chatra, Mochatra. And this lad, he basically he tweets about football finances and things, and especially with regards to Liverpool and stuff like that. He breaks things down, and I think most people would say, yeah, they like to see what he says, maybe a bit respected in that regard. I will say the following. I've seen many things posted by this lad. Very interesting. But I did see something once that wasn't right, and was quite a bit of a claim, and it was like, oh, hang on a minute, that's not right. Now, that's not a dig at him. There's many things on here that I'm sure I say that are not right. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say here to you is always validate everything yourself, right? Don't just go by what I tell you or what someone else tell you. Maybe you haven't got time to go and validate these things, but don't just believe people is what I'm saying. That sounds awful, but I'm applying that to myself. I always say to you, you make your own decisions, right? With everything. So, to cut a long story short, well, I don't know if I can cut it short, to be honest with you. Let's go right to the start of my notes here. So basically, this is Liverpool's financial performance in the Deloitte Football Money League, if you like. And Deloitte's analysis is generally considered highly reliable, especially in the context of football finances. They have a reputation for accuracy. They base their findings on official financial accounts, public disclosures, and reliable sources within the industry. Their methodology is transparent, which adds credibility to their rankings. They have a dedicated sports business group with deep knowledge of the football industry, including commercial broadcasting and matchday revenue streams. Their reports are frequently cited by clubs, the media, and analysts as a benchmark for evaluating financial health and performance. While the analysis is robust, club-defined terms may differ from Deloitte, such as how commercial revenue is categorized. This can create minor discrepancies between Deloitte's figures and club-reported numbers, and you must consider that before we proceed. Deloitte does not account for every factor that can influence a club's finances, e.g., undisclosed private deals or, quote, creative accounting by certain clubs. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to what Mo Chatra has actually tweeted out, right? So, I'm not going to read what he says word for word. I've kind of got all that information for you and highlighted it. And what I'll do is I'll pin a comment on this video where you can click through and read exactly as he wants you to read it, or not how he wants you to read it, how he expressed himself, because maybe I could make a mistake. Do you know what I mean? So you don't have to have X. I'll include a friendly link. What I mean by that is one that with X you have to log in sometimes, I think, to view things. But what I'll do is I'll include a link that should show you it all in a full breakdown, and then you read it and you digest it for yourselves. And whatnot, all right? But the reason I'm making this video is because there's a big debate today. People are going, hello, well, there's not so much to foot here. Do you know what I mean? Right, okay, so let's go with it. Liverpool ranked 8th. The Deloitte Football Money League revealed Liverpool's turnover for the 23-24 season reached £614 million, which is 715 million euros. That's an increase of £20 million compared to the 22-23 season, despite no Champions League football. Remember, what I'm reading to you is the highlights of what Mochatra has put out. Okay, this isn't Deloitte saying this, if that makes sense. Revenue breakdown: commercial £295 million, broadcast £206 million, match day £113 million. These figures are based on Deloitte's definitions and may slightly differ from the club's own breakdown when their accounts are published in March. Comparison with rivals: Arsenal, £616 million, overtook Liverpool for the first time since 2016-17, driven by Champions League revenue and increased commercial income. Manchester City, £715 million, and Manchester United, £662 million, remain ahead, while Spurs, £529 million, and Chelsea, £469 million, lag behind. Now, this is the bit that's causing the discussion today, the debate today, the insinuations, etc. The wage bill mystery. The club's wage bill in 2023-2024 was £387 million, equating to 63% of turnover. This is a £14 million increase compared to the 22-23 season, despite expectations of a significant decrease. Now, there's some confusing factors. Departures in summer 2023. Key players like James Milner, Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Bobby Firmino, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson left, saving tens of millions. Arrivals: Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Ryan Gravenberg and Wataru Endo joined, but their wages were unlikely to offset the savings. Promotions: Jarrell Quansah and Connor Bradley received new contracts, but these would have had minimal financial impact. No first-team contract renewals occurred during the season. Unanswered questions. Why did the wage bill rise by £14 million when logically it should have decreased? Who was added to the wage bill during the season? And then it says, basically the next highlight, secrecy and speculation. As a private limited company, Liverpool is not obligated to provide further details, but might choose to share selective information through the media. So there's positive takeaways from it all. Record revenue despite no UCL football. Liverpool achieved record-breaking revenue under challenging circumstances, showcasing the club's strong commercial performance. Credit is due to Ben Latty, Kate Pratt-Theobald and their team for driving this growth. Future revenue projections. The club's revenues for the current season of 24-25 are expected to be around £700 million, likely securing a top 6 spot in next year's Deloitte Football Money League. Now, the author's observations. 1. Commercial revenue growth. Liverpool's commercial performance continues to impress, even without Champions League football, highlighting the strength of the club's global appeal. Artificially inflated revenues, ? The author hints at scepticism regarding other clubs' revenues, suggesting that some may be artificially inflated. Conclusion. While the wage bill raises significant questions, Liverpool's financial performance deserves recognition for achieving record revenues without Champions League participation. The club's commercial strategy continues to drive impressive results, and fans can look forward to a potentially even stronger showing next season. So basically, this summary, which I've just given you, credits the author for their analysis and critical questions. But it's not what I've just read to you is not what they said word for word. That's just basically what they're trying to say, right? So the key thing that's sparking the discussion is this issue over the wage bill. Unanswered questions. Why did the wage bill rise by £14 million when it logically should have decreased? Who was added to the wage bill during the season? I think it's really important and for it to be fair to the author, is for you to read the pinned post in the comment section of this video, and then you can see exactly what they said and exactly what they're trying to convey to you. How do I get rid of that? Oh, fuck off. Sorry, pardon my French. So given all of that, many questions about the wage bill will now arise, not least who else was added to the wage bill during 23-24 to result in an overall 14 million increase when it otherwise should have dropped by a not inconsiderable amount. Despite whatever questions and scrutiny over the wage bill may arise, as a private limited company, the club is under no obligation to share any more details, blah, blah, blah. I want you to go and read the thing, right? You've probably listened to this video and gone, I ain't got a fucking clue what you're on about, Doug. Me neither. And this is the worst side of being a Liverpool fan today. Who gives a fuck about the Deloitte, what Deloitte say in terms of finances? You might be going, well, I do, because, this is, we buy play. Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. I'm 50, all right? Maybe I've supported Liverpool a bit longer than you if you're a younger pup, you know what I mean? We don't give a fuck. Nobody ever discussed finances until these fuckers took over the club. And when I say fuckers, I'm extending it to the previous fuckers as well. When the club was run by football fans that actually supported the club, and that was their priority, was winning silverware, no one fucking discussed it, ever. It's just like, now we're supposed to be accountants. I don't fucking understand any of that. But what I do understand is that people right now, if you look on social media and various football communities that are out there, are saying, how can Liverpool's wage bill have gone up basically when there was all these people leave or whatever? I don't know. But again, right, you have to form your own opinions, if that's even possible. Because like me, you're probably don't really want to fucking waste your time on it all, and two, don't understand it or whatever. But, one person can make these claims or insinuations or can pass fair comment and then the world goes to shit, because people will just take it as fact, and I don't think you should do that. Basically so if you look at the comments, let's look at the comments to the original posters, stuff. So, I don't know if you can see this, but that's his, his doings. You know what I mean, right? And we're gonna click on what he's put out today, which is a series of, tweets, and there's got some graphs in there as well, and So the wage bill is this is people's comments. So the wage bill is going up, whilst it would seem our wage bill should actually be going down. How much do we reckon FSG pay themselves, allegedly? Someone's put more. How is it continually increasing? Surely something isn't right. Look at our squad. It's nowhere near in the quality of a wage bill that high. Someone's put, that's impossible. Klopp, Ox, Thiago, Matip, Keita, Milner, Hendo, Bobby have all left in recent times that were on high wages. FSG are clearly taking money out of the club. I hate them so much. Can't believe people defend those scumbags. They don't care about us. FSG taking money out of Liverpool. What's new? Shocking owners. Think someone is taking the piss at FSG. We removed Thiago, Matip and Adrian from the first team wage bill, adding Chiesa. No new contracts have been signed. Slot will be on a lot less than Klopp. Where realistically has the increase come from? I think FSG takes a wage, not dividend. Someone's put, let's hide the real reason they are using wages for creative accounting purposes to save for their other ventures. Are the Red Sox and Penguins' wages going up too? I bet they are. Don't worry, Spirit of Shitley won't be interested. With the loss of top earners last season, we wrote off 18 million from the annual wage bill and bought no one, yet the wage bill increases. Come on, it's obvious FSG are on the payroll and shipping money out and then using it as an excuse as to why we can't make signings. Scammers. Thanks for sharing, Mo. It's fascinating. Looks like we have the 5th highest wage bill in world football. City, Real, Barca and PSG alone are higher. LFC more than United and Chelsea. Does this surprise you? It did me somewhat. explains the current contract dilemmas to a degree. Someone's put probably this could be due to compensation of multi-million payments to Jurgen Klopp and co. FSG have to be taking money out of the club as salaries. Money taken out by the owners easily hidden in the wage bill. I'm trying to find like this wage bill is part of a mystery, is an absolute mystery. I'm trying to find someone coming up with another argument, if you know what I mean. Is it possible the owners directors take salaries from Liverpool? How come the wage bill go up when we lost 6 high earners and didn't have UCL football? Something very odd is going on. Someone is cooking the books. Someone's put Michael Edwards is on $500,000 a week then. Anyway, so I can only leave that with you, all right? Please don't ask me. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm sure this lad is, very intelligent and knows what he's talking about. I do know that there was something last year, I can't remember what it was, that I saw was not right. But that doesn't, I don't know. But the point I'm making here is people can make mistakes. So I'm not saying he's made mistakes, but people could be making mistakes in the comments. A lot of insinuations, a lot of, oh, there's all this going on. FSG are taking money, they're cooking the books and all that. These are big, serious accusations, if you like. And this is just based on people reading someone's opinion, and I think in life it's always good to get the opinions of many people. I would never say to you guys like what I say you should take as facts or whatever. So yeah, it's a difficult video to make because I'm trying to tell you what someone's saying without reading everything they say, because I don't think that would be right. But I know some of you don't have X accounts, so like I say, please click on the link in the video. Where would it be? It'd be in the comment section. I will post it, I will pin it, and just go and take a look for yourself, and then come back here and tell me what you think. Because, I'm sure that there is a reasonable, an honest explanation for this. I'm not even suggesting any wrongdoing here at all. All I'm doing is saying, hey, if you hear someone, claims today, because it's all over, that's what people are talking about today. That's where it's originated from. And it's up to you whether you want to put all your faith into one person's opinions and analysis, or maybe you are someone yourself that is more clued up on these things financially. Rich T, for example, one of my VIP members and someone I consider a friend, that's been with Cop Talk for decades. That's his kind of shit. Maybe he's got an opinion about it. So I know it's not a very good video. I apologize for that. It's hard to try and convey what I'm trying to get across here. The reason for the video is just to say, look, this is what's being claimed today. This is where it's coming from. Here's a link. You can go and see for yourself, and maybe you can, put some of those people right, or maybe they are right. I don't know. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. And if you want to buy me a coffee, hit the super thanks button. I love that. But you know what, guys? This is what bothers me about being a Liverpool supporter today, is I have absolutely zero fucking interest in net spend, gross spend, fucking, it just does my head in. I don't give a fuck. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I remember writing an editorial, must be well over 10 years ago, saying that they've turned us in, from football supporters, into fucking accountants. And let's be honest, the majority of us don't understand a fucking thing. And what happens when it comes to finances, and what happens is you get people that are FSG out, will latch on to this and will, they're not bothered about the truth. They'll just want to, spin it in a way that the owners are doing wrong. And maybe they are doing wrong. I don't know if they're doing right or fucking wrong. But if someone doesn't like the ownership and wants rid of the owners, they will use everything they can to virtually cost them, right? I do not like these people. Well, I need to, I'm not FSG out. I would, prefer that the club was owned by football people, but I can acknowledge the good as well, right? That's for transparency. But there's no agenda here from me. There's no agenda. I can guarantee you there'll be people out there making videos and talking on podcasts and leaving comments that won't even look at the truth. Or, well, not look at the truth because maybe they can't obtain it yet, but won't examine the possibilities of what the truth is. Shit video. I'm not at my best talking about finances and shit like that. I've got my own fucking finances to worry about. All right, guys. Speak to you later. Let me know what you think about this one.